Ipapanukala ng isang kongresista na gawing legal ang paggamit ng marijuana ng mga may sakit nating kababayan.
I-legalize na ang paggamit ng marijuana
I
bilang
have nothing
gamot.
against it kung mapapag-aralang maigi at talagang makakatulong sa mga tao upang gumaling.
Ilan lang ito sa mga bansag sa halamang cannabis na mas kilala sa tawag para maisabatas ang paggamit ng marijuana.
Ilang pag-aaral nang nagpapakita na nakagagaling ng iba't ibang uri ng sakit ng marijuana bilang alternative
Nasubukan
medicine.
na nila halos lahat ng gamot. Kaya lang, hindi nabawasan ang
Subalit nahihirapan ng mga pasyente na makakuha nito dahil ito ay mahigpit na ipinagbabawal sa batas.
Pero kung ikaw, nasubukan mo na lahat ng gamot, tapos marijuana na lang din mo nasusubukan, bigla kang gumaling. Yung cancer mo gumaling, yung epilepsy mo gumaling, gumaling yung anak mo. Bakit hindi mo susubukan?
pwede siyang mamatay kahit anong oras. Wala nang utak lang kasi niya ang nabuo. Wala siyang kalawang utak.
Marijuana, one of the most controversial illegal drugs ever produced in the entire world. Approximately 147 million people use this illegal substance, and 0.8% of these drug users came from the Philippines. According to some medical experts, marijuana can provide benefits to the human body. Others say it gives them inspiration, while some sees it as a harmful and destructive substance. Find out and see for yourselves if it is just to legalize marijuana here in the Philippines.
It's just like an ordinary plant.
No, not yet. So far, the Philippines is not yet ready.
For the legalization of marijuana is no, of course.
I will leave that to the wisdom of the rule makers.
Siyempre, of course, kung makakabuti sa atin ko, why not?
There is no country where you would say they are not ready.
Dr. George Ignacio, chairman of the UP-PGH Cancer Institute, defines to us what is marijuana and its effects to the human body. According to him, marijuana has a component that can be used as a medicine.
Marijuana is the plant itself, if you would say it, cannabis sativa. It's just like an ordinary plant, except that of course as plants they have the properties, different kinds of properties. Well, as you've seen how a lot of herbal products has come out the many years that has passed. It just happened that marijuana had that distinct property of giving you the high. And right now, the science has gotten into the advancement where they were able to isolate the cannabidiol, which is the one that can be used for medical treatment, and the one that gives you the high, the tetrahydrocannabinol.
But contradicting to Dr. Ignacio's statement, the PNP is vying for the common good.
May problema kasi dyan eh. Some of the proponents believe that the marijuana using marijuana per se will be the cure of their illnesses. Sabi naman ng mga medical experts, doctors, pharmaceuticals, some of the contents of the marijuana are nagiging part ng medicine, nagiging components ng medicine. Itong na-abuse ang proponents, sinasabi nila, by smoking marijuana alone, makukure ang gamot nila. Nagkakaroon ng nami-mispraise yung proposal eh. So, kasi sabi ng experts ang component ng marijuana nakakagamot. Ihahalo sa mga medicine. Hindi yung smoking marijuana ang gamot. Ito lang daw merong epilepsy ang magiging magagamot. Eh, mas marami ang titira. So, kaya dapat talagang i-against yan.
These children are suffering from epilepsy. One of these children is Darren, son of Marigold Torres. He has been suffering from epilepsy since he was 1 year and 4 months old. Like other children with this condition, he is still taking AEDs to suppress his seizures. But still, his attacks are recurring.
ang dami nang iniinom na AEDs yan eh. AEDs are anti-epileptic drug. So naka 4 AEDs na siya since 2 years old siya. 10 years old na si Darren. So, mas gusto ko kung malilegalize kasi syempre, makakontrol yung seizures niya. Kasi up to now, kahit naman umiinom pa rin siya ng 4 AEDs, nagsiseizures pa rin yan eh. Daily yan. Daily siya kung mag-seizures and then, less than 10, ang seizures niya a day. Tapos, during sleep, most of the time during sleep. Pero may mga times din na pag awake siya, may mga episodes din siya. Pero most of the time during sleep.
There are patients suffering from seizure who could have benefited from it. And these patients with seizure have parents who have to stay awake most of the night because they have to look at their children or their kid waiting that one time while asleep he might have an attack of seizure. One of those parents is me. I have a kid right now who's going 21 in September. We spend more than 10,000 pesos just for the chemotherapy drugs, the anti-seizure drugs he's having. And still, he gets attacked. At 21, he stays at our master bedroom just to be able to always feel if he will have an attack. How many parents out there are in the same situation as I am?
Ayon sa National Nutrition and Health Survey, merong mahigit 200,000 Pinoy na may epilepsy o seizure disorder.
Statistics shows that 1 out of 100 children are suffering from epilepsy. With this medical fact, will it be sufficient alone for the Filipinos to embrace marijuana as a part of their everyday lives?
Sufficiency is a community-based factor. So it will really depend on the Filipino population and on our legislature's decision whether the society is prepared. However, I do note that many states in the United States and other nations have already adopted laws legalizing the medical component of marijuana. So I suppose the important thing is to establish this case clearly and that there is a basis for using medical marijuana for medical purposes.
Ngayon kasi nga, once na ma-legalize kasi yan, may mga authorized doctors and drugstores na pwede mag-release niyan, di ba? May mga prescription. Kasi pag illegal, may mga tendency pa rin, lalo na yung mga richie, di ba? Maraming marami sila nakukuhang ganon outside Amsterdam actually. Sa Switzerland, sa Amsterdam, meron nakukuhang ganon, may mga kakilala. Kaya lang, super duper expensive na hindi talaga kakayanin ng mga ordinary Pinoy. Pero yun nga, once na legalize yan, tapos tayo nang gumagawa dito sa Pilipinas, dahil meron naman tayong source ng cannabis na maganda sa Baguio nga. So, mas magiging maganda.
There is this doctor whose wife has got multiple sclerosis. Has gotten worse that she's been incapacitated by the multiple sclerosis. He tried medical marijuana. He tried cannabis oil on this to make it more realistic. He was making his own oil in this country. Now his wife is able to work again, able to travel, very productive, but he's still making his own oil. Would you like to arrest the guy? Would you like to arrest the doctor right now? Because he's procuring marijuana illegally. Would you like to put him in jail for that? I dare you to put him in jail.
For us kasi, mas maraming magbe-benefit if we continue the prohibition. If we continue this as an lawful act, selling, the using, mas common good na magbe-benefit. Unlike doon sa number na, unlike doon sa mga proponents, limited lang sila eh. Handful. No? Sila lang itong may mga, di umano ay mayroong mga illnesses na curable by the use of marijuana. Ay, between the rights of the majority or the common good and the rights of these few, then dapat ang manalo. Ito yung mga ayaw, no? Kasi mas maraming makikinabang. So, wala tayong magagawa kung sa tingin nila is yung marijuana makakapag-cure. So, mas maraming masisira kung hayaan natin na sila isa lang makikinabang pero marami namang masisira. Eventually, ganun mangyayari.
Yung legalized marijuana, ang isa kasi ng NBC for the legalization of marijuana is no, of course. Kasi iba kasi yung ililegalize mo yung marijuana or you will use marijuana as a medical trip, as a medical sa part ng medication. So, magkaiba kasi siya. So, kung legalization ng marijuana itself, hindi. Pero kung meron siyang medical use, sa Dangerous Drugs Board meron silang standard. Ang concerns lang is paano siya tinikater ng mga tao, paano yung acceptance ng mga tao. So, ayun, lahat naman ng batas may mga loopholes eh. But tinitingnan naman natin ng mga lawmakers kung paano yan nasosolusyon. Kaya nga may mga agencies na involved.
Citing the fears that each faction has, what is the government's action plan? What are the efforts both sides are doing to make sure that these fears will be thwarted?
The campaign of the government against use of marijuana is in accordance with the provisions of Republic Act 9165. So the effort of the government against illegal is the two-pronged: the supply reduction effort and the demand reduction effort. So we have specific and local acts of the Republic Act 9165, selling, possessing, importing, use are prohibited. So the campaign of the government in general, and so far as the supply reduction effort is to combat illegal drugs. We apprehend pushers, we apprehend possessors, we apprehend cultivators, we apprehend dealers, pushers of marijuana nationwide, that's nationwide. And also the demand reduction effort is that we do this through awareness seminars. We conduct lectures in schools, barangays, private sectors, workplaces to inform the public about the need effects of drugs, particularly marijuana, to the health of the people.
Inilabas ng University of California Center for Medical Cannabis Research ang pag-aaral sa marijuana noong 2010.
Right now, there's a ongoing bill in Congress. We're creating a group who will look into the bill, polish it well, so that it becomes acceptable. At least be able to start legalizing, that we be able to at least do the researches on a restricted condition under very, very stringent criteria and ways of being able to supply the medical marijuana. Then, if they see it, probably okay, the benefit is here. Probably it will open their eyes. But what I beg for is let it grow. Let allow us to be able to do the research on this one. If it goes wrong, we find out there's something wrong with it, then we'll be able to at least discover and be able to tell ourselves, let's look for something else. We will not stop. Mind you, if we find out that this drug will not work, there's bound to be another drug that we can find out. We should discover new drugs. That's how science is. That's how it's supposed to be done. I am more optimistic right now that if we take it step by step, by taking the usual route of how drugs are approved by the FDA, then we will be able to finally tell them that, okay, this passed through step 1, step 2 in the phases of our clinical trials. Now it's been on a phase 3. A phase 3 would be comparison with the standard. By that evidence, we'll be able to tell them, look, this has gone through phase 3. This is an unrefutable evidence that this drug is capable of controlling this kind of disease. Then no doctor in his right mind will be able to argue otherwise. Then we will be able to tell the congressmen, the senators, look, the medical community concurs with the evidence that this drug gives this much benefit. And I think there's no more questions to ask for that in that matter.
I will leave that to the wisdom of the rule makers, but I do note that from the debate we had 2 weeks ago, that there are safeguards that are being proposed. So I think these issues of avoiding the regulations for non-medical uses should also be looked at. At the same time, there are also precedents in other countries about decriminalization, which is a different type of bill, wherein certain soft drugs are categorized differently.
Since there are two different sides and views, whether or not it is high time for us to legalize the use of marijuana, one can conclude that there is a great responsibility ahead of them.
Lahat naman tayo dumaan sa pagiging kabataan. Yung mga pinagdadaanan na unique na tayo nakakaintindi. Ang importante, we have to know kung sino tayo. Kailangan kilalanin natin kung sino tayo. Kilalanin din natin kung sino yung mga taong dapat nakapalibot sa atin. We have to make a smart choice in everything. Lahat tayo naman sa problema. Lahat ng problema may solusyon. So kailangan lang natin alamin kung paano natin ito sinusolusyon. And going into drugs is not one of those solutions. And then, choose your friends. Kilalanin mo yung taong, yung mga kabataan o mga kaibigan na alam mo makatulong talaga sa'yo. And make sure na gawin lang yung tama. And you have to be ready with the consequences ng lahat ng ginagawa. Yung ginagawa niyo.
Well, ang lagi namin ina-advise is take a second doon sa kanilang pagkakas. Dapat meron silang basihan gamit ng medical experts na yung smoke ng marijuana, nakukuha nila through smoking, yun ang makakagamot. Kailangan may backup talaga. Kasi lagi sinasabi between the rights of the majority of the vote, between the right of a few people who would benefit from the proposal. So, supportahan naman talaga natin ito, majority. At common talaga kami sa proposal. Because right now, sabi ko hindi pa tayo handa na ang makikita natin going to school na marijuana ng mismo. Hindi pa handa, kaya talagang tututuran namin yung legalization ng marijuana so far. Pero wala tayong magagawa naman dyan kung i-approve ng Congress. But so far, yung ating objection, isinapitan natin sa Congress. Hindi pa handa ng Pilipinas sa legalization ng marijuana.
For the pro-cannabis na people, syempre very thankful kasi very supportive yung mga iba, lalo na yung mga kakilala ko rin ng mga doctors na supportive sila for the medical cannabis na ma-legalize, although wala rin silang mga ganyang anak, kasi alam naman talaga nila deep inside alam nila nakakatulong talaga kaya lang parang wala rin silang boses, wala rin silang kasi syempre, rin yan, negosyo rin yan di ba? Once na na-legalize yan, paano na lang yung mga drug companies, di ba? Sila yung mga producer ng mga mamahaling, yung mga AEDs natin, ng mga mahal.
Those medical practitioners and of course those supporting the bill should really organize the issues and how the benefits really to display and also gather experiences, local experiences as well as in other states as to how medical marijuana has been of benefit to those in pain or those with medical problems. At the same time, those who are opposed have to assemble the evidence and data about the impact on society and the dangers of legalization so that there can be an informed debate, of course based on studies, based on objective research, and as much as possible less emotion-based arguments. So that's important as well because the maturity of a society must be taken into account in passing legislation.
There is a promise in this plant. It's even safer than what is right now approved by the FDA. So why not give this a chance? Allow this to grow, that we may be able to see people benefit from it. Thank you.